As mentioned in a few other videos, I've taken a liking to some of the copies or homage watches that are being manufactured by a few companies and organizations in mainland China. This particular company of interest is THORN, and a few watches have been purchased through the THORN company or THORN Watch Company site. However, I believe that some of the THORN watches are also being distributed through other, what would amount to retail outlets online, and possibly even retail outlets in your area, most likely larger urban areas that may carry these in an actual shop, in a shop case or on a display window. This watch is again from the THORN company, and the cases that seem to be ubiquitous for the companies that are sending watches over from China. And this one's a little on the stout side. That is the little red lock. And opening this up, we have another NATO style nylon band. It's packaged quite well. The foam is not going to last for very long or under very much harsh circumstances of storage, i.e. high temperature, etc. But the case of the watch has been wrapped quite well. It's got this shrink wrap style plastic around the case in addition to this foam padding, and which of course is also protected by the locking case with the hinge. This watch intrigued me a bit because of the design. It is referred to as a military style, well, here we go, military style, I believe, retro watch, and that it does appear to be. The case is approximately 36 millimeters in diameter. It is a stainless steel case body. Again, the NATO, this is a narrow NATO band that's about 18 millimeters and slips right off. Let's get this plastic cover off of the back of this. It's got a hexagonal shaped design in the rear of the case. There we go. And it has a very nice retro hard hat, diving hard hat style design on the engraving on the rear of the case. Let's see, does it have the logo or the THORN logo inside? Nope, it's just got the faceplate of the hard hat. That is the hard hat diver helmet. And looks like these band pins could be pushed through from either side. And I actually kind of like that design, that hexagonal shaped piece there in the back. Probably helps. You probably need an interesting wrench to unscrew that. I do not know if the case back unscrews or pops off in some capacity. I do not know how that works. The retro style of this watch is interesting. The crown seems to screw off, so there's a cap on the crown, as you can see there. The end of the cap has no logo on it. It's clear, clean, crisp. There's a small chain here and kind of a bendable style chain, not a traditional chain with typical links. And let's take a look at this. It appears that the crown is not screw down. It is not. Interestingly enough, yeah, the crown does not screw down, and the crown is also absent any design or logo. There's a larger piece around the base of the crown. Again, kind of interesting in design. The crown does not screw down, but it has this double pop, this double extraction, or this double opening on that, a bit of glare, on the crown coming out. So again, I just want to make sure that this does not screw down. I guess it doesn't need to screw down with this cap that does screw down, and would effectively give it some level of water protection from seepage. This is also an automatic watch, and price point on this was even less, in the area of, I believe it was around $80. That's between, let's just make it between $60 to $65 to $80 for this watch. Very reasonable in price point, and I don't know, this will go into the rotation a bit. It's a nice automatic. The face is quite clean, and I like how it has no logo whatsoever other than the markers and the numerals. There is no bezel, and I think we'll go ahead and check this one to see how luminous it is compared to some of the other watches. Now the crystal itself is rounded, as you can see there, a bit on the rounded side. There's no protection around the edge of the crystal or the case. The movement is a Japanese NH35 automatic, at least that's what it's reportedly from the manufacturer and or the sales point. It supposedly has 200 meters of water protection, and again, if I did not mention this, the case itself is stainless steel. So we're going to remove a little bit of lighting and see what kind of luminescence we might have here. Again, hitting it with a UV light. This is an O light, great company as well. So we've hit that with some UV to see how luminous the markers and the numerals are on this, as well as the hands. The second hand does not have any luminous quality to it. The minute and hour hand has kind of a retro type of a shape and design to it. And we're going to lower even more lights now, hitting this with the UV. And let's see what we have. Okay, now again, the camera makes this appear to be much darker in environment than it is. However, it is quite dark. I can see the shadows of, as an example, the case on the table here, the Elishewitz designed folding knife, and even I can see the outline of the watch in my hand. But as you can see, these green luminous markers are quite bright on the camera, and to the naked eye, to the human eye, they're quite bright as well. Let me hit it with a little more UV one more time. And we'll run some times on how long the luminous feature of the markers and numerals continue to be seen sometime in the future. The weight on this watch is very low. I like it. It's a handy watch. It's small, perfect for my wrist size, as far as, it's not overbearing like some of the tuna can style wristwatches can be for me, and for almost anyone even with very large hands and large wrists. But I do like the retro look to this. It almost looks like an astronaut's watch, or, well, it does have a deep sea hard hat diver helmet on the back, so it does harken back to the days of the pre-scuba and pre-free diving, where folks were just simply using, the only means was a hard hat, suit, tubed dive. So again, somewhere in the neighborhood of about $65, I'd say closer to $80, including shipping for this wristwatch. And this also came from the THORN store, or the THORN watch store. I don't recall the exact name, but you can find it online at many providers of these products. And thank you, and pick one up and see what you think.